Oh, there's going to be a lot of points in this one, Mike. That's for sure. This game features 2 of the top 9 coaches in NFL history. Belichick is 3rd and has a long way to go to move up. Andy Reid, he's 9th, and he's probably going to go moving up a couple spots this season. A win tonight would make him the 9th coach in history with 200 wins, including the playoffs. So a lot of people going for 200 wins this weekend. They've gone head-to-head 3 times since Big Red has been in KC. The first time, a Monday night blowout. The Chiefs crushed the Patriots 41-14.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Oh, that was that game. 2014, everybody remembers that. Everybody wrote off Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. They were writing the obituaries the next day.
We're on to Cincinnati.
They won the Super Bowl that year. And then in 2015, the playoffs, divisional round, Gronk found the end zone twice. Brady also snuck one in as the Patriots ended the Chiefs season, 27-20. The Pats lost to the eventual Super Bowl champion Broncos a week later. And as I mentioned earlier in the show, that week 1 last year, Kareem Hunt's coming out party in his first career game, 246 scrimmage yards, the most in an NFL debut on record. His 3 touchdowns led the way to a 42-27 Chiefs win. That was a monster game. So Reid is 2-1 over Belichick. Has he sort of figured him out at this point?
Can you ever figure him out?
No.
I don't think you can, really.
It is interesting, though.
He caught him twice early in the season, and we have talked extensively about how the Patriots early in the season are less concerned. They want to win the game, but they're less concerned with the results and more about finding out who they are over the long haul. So that's what you want to do. I think we're at that turning point of the season where I hear you, Mike Robb. You're here. I got you. No. This is the point of the season where you start.
The spirit of Mike Robb is with
He's now in my ear. Listen, he's going to come charging through the door. We keep talking about this game, saying, early in the season, Andy Reid, you don't have the film on him. Then once you do, things change a little bit. And now Belichick starts to figure out what he's got and what the strengths of the team are. So I think you've got an interesting situation. Belichick was asked, do you feel like you're playing for the number 1 seed? I believe that was the question this week. Shut that down completely.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Of course. But it is an extremely important game for a potentially home field advantage.
No, absolutely. Like you said, Andy Reid is going to give you everything, his bag of tricks. Bill Belichick is not going to do that.
Holding back a little bit?
You saw in the playoffs, Bill Belichick wins those games.
Okay.
Because he's game planning tooth and nail. He knows what kind of team he has. He knows what kind of direction he wants to go in. And so Bill Belichick is just able to trick his guys into doing things that he knows they probably can't do early in the season, but because they're so familiar with what he's asking them to do defensively, that they're going to look a lot better later. I don't even know if they'll look great against this game prime time. But I know later in the year, my faith and confidence is still in New England, but for this game right here, I'm still feeling like Kansas City is going to, because they're going to give you everything.
Back, so he's trying to trick his guys. I know you don't mean trick. I mean, he's trying to convince them they could do more, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, he's just trying to keep it as vanilla as possible is what I see when I watch them. They're really vanilla. They're not doing all the things that has made Bill Belichick such a defensive guru. He's only giving them a little bit at a time. And as the season continues to go on, he'll give them more and more and more. And that's why when you see in the playoffs, it's like, wow, this defense is playing crazy. Well, we weren't really scheming and giving y'all every single thing now, whereas a guy like Andy Reid,
it's like the opposite.
Offensively, he wants to give you everything. Because he wants you to have to prepare for everything. He's giving you different formations, same routes. He'll come out with 15 different formations in his first 15.
And that's funny because, every year it seems like we're talking about, the Patriots are off to a slow start. And, how do they always manage to make things work at the end of the year? And that's sort of why.
And that's an interesting point that you brought up because you do see that with Andy Reid. You see all these gadget plays. We talked about it earlier. You got reverse going this way, reverse going that way, and it's like it almost feels like that old option wishbone offense when you got misdirections going everywhere, right? And defensive players don't know who to guard. They don't know where to look because the ball, half the line is going this way, half the line is going that way. So this is one of the more intriguing matchups for me, Andy Reid versus Belichick, because they're two just great-minded coaches, and they do a great job at just adjusting to other teams and what they do best and playing to their strengths and to other teams' weaknesses. So I'm excited about this one just because there's going to be so much speed on the football field.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of speed.
I'm wondering about that Patriots pass rush. I mean, that's the one major problem that defense has. They have the second fewest sacks in the league this year, and that was a problem last year. Obviously, they made it to the Super Bowl, so, like, it was okay. Yeah. But that's something I'm wondering about, considering Patrick Mahomes is back there, and you know how dangerous he can be. We've seen it. Right hand, left hand, whatever hand.